Does sleep terrify you guys?
What the fuck is this?
I've just had this like realization. Okay,
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes
What happened?
Sometimes I go into like Gaunt mode in the shower, and I'm like, and I have this existential thought that just fucking hits me, and I'm like, okay, I'm terrified of something new now. Great.
Why
Thank
are you terrified
Mike.
of sleeping? That makes
Because
no sense.
okay, what is the
You've done
difference?
it many times.
What is the difference between sleeping and dying? Tell me that. Tell me that.
Well,
you
you're
dream
not,
when you sleep.
you're not dead. That's the big one.
Aside from that, but from your own perspective,
You wake back up. No, there is no difference.
There is no difference,
Your brain it like goes. Doo, 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 doo.
I think I thought about this because I was like, I always fall into like random YouTube holes, and I was just like, random facts. People don't know how anesthesia really works, but it just does for some reason, right?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like in terms of like, you know, when you go under for surgery,
Yeah.
like they still do not like know on a molecular level why like anesthesia works, why it knocks you out.
Yeah.
But then
Now I'm afraid to take anesthesia.
No, it's fine.
Yes, doctor, pump this shit into me
yeah,
that we
yeah.
don't know.
It's like, you know, I'm sure penicillin, he was like, bro, I don't know how this shit works exactly, but it seems to be working.
Hey, yo, this shit busting though.
So I would just take it if I was you. It'd save my kid.
yeah, because I've luckily I've never needed like surgery or anything like that. So I've never needed to go under. So I don't know what it's like. Have any of you guys needed to take anesthesia or anything like that? Thank
If
God.
I ever go to the hospital and I need to get anything serious done, he's like, man, we got to stitch up your finger. I'm like, just put me under. Just fucking knock me out. Like, I do not want to be awake for any of this.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with you opening me up while I'm asleep. I just don't want to know.
Every time they take blood from you, they're just like, put me under, doc.
If
I don't want to see this shit.
The blood's probably like my like, it's getting closer to my limit of like, man, I do not want to do this, but
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I didn't realize before, but I think I don't know. I don't think I have a fear of getting my blood taken, but I think I like to know when I'm getting my blood taken beforehand, I can.
Have you ever had your blood taken without you knowing?
Not without me. Not without me.
He's just standing at the fucking lights. And
Yeah.
it's just like, what's that? Hey,
Not without me knowing.
take my blood.
But actually, today I did have an appointment,
Yeah.
and I did need to get my blood taken.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
I didn't know that I needed to get my blood taken.
Oh, you
Now-
felt uncomfortable. You turned up and they
Yeah.
were
Oh,
like,
you want to know beforehand?
Yeah. So
Oh,
normally
I see.
normally when I go to the doctor
right.
or when we have a health checkup, I'm like, okay, I'm getting my blood taken. I can mentally prepare myself. I know this is going to happen. So I go to this appointment and they're like, okay, we probably need to just do a quick check of your blood before anything else as well, since it's been a while. And I'm like, sorry, what?
Wait, so how much notice do you need then?
How much notice?
Yeah, how much notice do I got to give you before I take your blood? Like, if I theoretically-
Like, you gotta put in like a notice.
Like,
gotta
do
put in
I-
like
Yeah.
Is it like just a 1 week thing
Yeah.
or a 1 day thing?
just
Like an
before,
hour
just
before?
when I turn up to the building for an appointment
You
to
just
do
wanna
a
know
checkup.
before.
I just want to know before so I can just be like, okay, I'm getting my blood taken today. And here's the thing, I don't know why I never used to think about this. Before I'd be like, getting blood taken, whatever. But
Yeah.
the more that time has gone on, for some reason, I don't know if it is being around Sydney, because Sydney is deathly afraid of needles. And I think being around her and her fear of needles, some of that fear might have like gotten pushed onto me subconsciously. I have no idea.
Is it because you've seen like Sydney's blood getting taken a lot, where you're just like, oh, that thing looks. Ugh,
I think so, actually.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time I had to like literally, the first time Sydney got ill, I don't know if I've ever told this story on the podcast. Maybe I have, but first time she got ill, had to take her to the hospital because she had a very, very bad fever. Of course, she had to get blood taken. And like, I guess like me now, if she gets blood taken, she needs not a day, she needs like a fucking week or month notice to be like, I'm building up to this one moment. Doctor goes, okay, we need to take your blood. And I had to literally help the nurses hold her down while we take
Jesus Christ.
while we take her blood.
Why?
She
Because
was
she'll like run away.
she was like that afraid of needles. But
Bloody hell.
you know, to be fair, she's gotten a lot better now.
Yeah.
But I think I think that one time because normally when I get blood taken, I never look at the blood being taken, and I think having now helping Sydney every time calm down whenever she gets her blood taken, every time I see like her blood getting taken, I'm like, that looks that doesn't look natural, man. Something's wrong. That was in her body? That was in her body?
I think watching someone else get their blood taken, I'm kind of like, eh. But then when I watch it happening to me, I'm like, whoa, that's weird.
No, I love
not
seeing
right.
my blood getting taken.
I know you do. You're a freak. You're a freak.
I'm just like, look how much it's gushing.
I remember because I had to get blood tests all the fucking time because I've obviously got diagnosed with hemophilia, which is a genetic thing, not genetic, hereditary.
Yeah.
And I remember they used to take my blood all the time. And dude, to this day, I still want this toy. They had this thing, and it was like 4 cubes by 4 cubes, and they had like the floating ink in water, like a lava lamp kind of thing, but more viscous. And it was just like a house where like all the ink would just go around and it would spin and do stuff. I thought that shit was so cool, and they would just show it to you, just like ooh. Ooh. And then they're like, get all his blood, get it all.
It's literally the tactic doctors used on a baby, right? Where it's like, hold on to this teddy bear.
I remember I was like 8 and I was like, damn, this thing is sick. I wanted
What
that.
is it like a ferrofluid thing or what?
Yeah, like a ferrofluid kind of
Yeah.
thing, and just kind of like it would just go around the house and do a bunch of obstacles, and
That sounds sick.
It sounds sick.
I just want that as a thing now.
It was cool to look at. I was like, wow.
Have,
My blood's gone.
have any of you guys ever needed to take like any strong like painkillers, like morphine or anything along those, on those levels?
No,
I don't think so. I mean, like,
just cope. Yeah.
yeah,
Just cope.
I huff that every morning. Like, I don't know. I've never had to go to like the hospital for any kind of like major injury or anything
Yeah.
like that. At least from what I remember.
No wisdom teeth getting taken out or anything like that?
I still have all my wisdom teeth. They came out straight, which is great.
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
No
I
idea.
don't, yeah, I don't know. I've never been
I've
a.
always been curious about what it feels like to get to that state of mind, because you sometimes you see videos of people taking their wisdom teeth out and they
It
just
looks funny.
it does look hilarious. At the same time, I would be deathly terrified if that ever happened to me, because I have no doubt that if you boys took me to get my wisdom teeth out, you'd just take advantage of my mental state.
I think
of
you
mind.
have to film it. Like I think
Of course you do.
I would like that.
We
filmed.
need to do a trash taste episode with you just like, no, where am
I think you film it, and then if it's too cringe, you delete, and if it's funny, oh great, we keep it. You know?
Yeah.
I think
Dude.
it's just it's like those weird videos.
Is this
from-
real
yeah.
life?
Yeah,
Like, you get that video, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only time I've seen someone like that happen to someone was another time I had to take Sydney to the hospital. God,
So it's just your experiment. So I gave her 4 cc's of morphine.
yeah. She wasn't.
Just limit testing with Sydney.
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't given morphine, but she was given another strong painkiller at the hospital. It was in America.
Yeah.
And I remember she was in pain, and then she wasn't in pain, and it was like, oh, it's all good. And she was very clear in the mind. She was acting like normal Sydney, and then she just goes to me, so God, like, serious question, are those walls moving? And I'm like, no. Those walls are not moving. And she was like,
hate it when the walls move.
she was
Did the
like,
doctor give her shrooms? Like, what the fuck?
I have no idea, but like she was just like in the most straight voice, she was like, no, I think those walls are moving. Can you can we get out of this room, please? The walls are like,
That's
Can you check up on that?
yeah. Why are the walls wiggling right now?
What if you went back and pushed the wall? Like you went up to it, and then maybe it would seem.
I would be wiggling part
Yeah,
of the wall.
actually, yeah,
then.
maybe you might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with her. Just like, woo.
Yeah, I mean, it does scare me sometimes how easy it is to like manipulate the mind. I fucking
Was you saying it that in that blazer? It's so like. So I heard you want to be manipulated.
yes.
The only actually I don't know the ending to this story. When I was really young, you know those I don't know what they are. They're like balloons things, but they have weights at the bottom. So when you punch it,
Yeah.
it goes back down, and then it comes right back up. I don't know if I've told the story before.
Like the punching bag things?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
a punching bag, but for kids. It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
they're almost like this big, and I was just punching mine. And I was punching it. I was having a good time. And then, I don't know how this happened. My brother starts screaming. He's like, ah! I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, your thumb. The thumb was just backwards. Like down here. What? Yeah.
Oh.
I have this memory of looking at it going, because I'm just like, what the fuck? But I couldn't feel anything. I remember not being able to feel it at all.
Did you like dislocate
I think
it?
so, yeah. And I don't remember. I don't know. I think I fainted or passed out. And then
Wait, Hold on. You dislocated your thumb on a fucking balloon?
Yeah, on a balloon. and then I woke back up, and I remember everything just being okay.
How weak are your joints?
I know, right? I have like an 80-year-old man's joints already. I don't know how that happened. I must have just like hit it in some way. I don't.
Jesus.
That's a funny story. My mom loves telling me that story.
Okay, so like, because I've always wondered, right? Like when you see like people like dislocate a joint, right?
Yeah.
I've always wondered, do you feel that? Like, does it hurt?
Absolutely.
Right? It must do, right?
I don't know, because I feel like I've...
Well, the more it dislocates, right, the more it can happen again.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think the more that maybe it might not hurt, but the more you get used to the sensation.
Right.